I woke up at 5:30 this morning with a major problem. Those tanks right there. I was thinking that we're gonna have to move those tanks a couple feet to make a little bit more space. Also, we have to drop them because they are on stands right now. I figured out this morning that we're gonna knock all of this concrete out and build the shark tank. Problem with that is there is no way we get a high-low to those things after we bust this out, meaning that we have to somehow move those tanks today, which I don't want to do, and somehow figure out getting them off the board so that they're actually on the stands. You remember how scary it was moving them from over there? No, right there, right there. Hey. This is even more scary. No responsibility towards you. I'll give you a couple $100. All you have to do is help me move them 2 feet and get down.
So that way?
That way, 2 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't mean to rope you into that.
Yeah.
I just trust you on a high-low more than I trust me on a high-low.
You know the forks?
Yes.
So we're going here. I'd attach a couple of 2x against the forks with the straps.
And you're
I
gonna
can
lift the tank.
Yeah. Both things at the same time.
He's so smart. All night thinking about
this.
this.
Idea.
I was literally up all morning. I was going to go to the store, buy jacks, do all this stuff. And now Felipe just says, no, we just need a couple 2x4s and we're good to go. Still really sketchy because anything could happen if this comes down. As a matter of fact, we should really move these stands and bolt them to the ground, but I don't have time for that right now. So I don't know.
Hey, Mr. Bryce, so I just want to remind you, I'm forklift certified. I can move these tanks anywhere you want me to. You want me to jump on and do it real quick?
I think you're all right. Why don't you just go ahead and clean Ivy, all right?
Again?
Yeah, go ahead. Just do it
I already
again.
did that 3 times.
That's by 5 foot by 2 foot, so whatever that equates to. And this is going to be the problem, guys. As we put more enclosures and build more enclosures in here, it gets more like a jigsaw puzzle and gets more difficult. As that shark tank's base is up, now the entire front of the building is not able to be accessed by a forklift, which means we can't move anything around. And it's going to be that way throughout the entire build process. The more we put in, the harder it's going to be to get everything in here. Which maybe just realize we actually have a gigantic sump pump that is going to be 12 foot by 5 foot by like 5 foot tall for the shark tank that goes all the way on the other side of the shark tank in the filtration room. It's probably going to be 1,500 pounds. And I thought we were going to high-low it in. We're not going to be able to get a high-low back there. I don't know how we're going to get that filter back there. And this is the problem I'm going to be solving for the next 3 months.
Hit it? Did we do the first one? We're halfway done with the first one.
Yeah, because you still got to take it off the
wood.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we still got a lot to do, dog.
All right, guys, that's the first tank moved and set in place. Now we have to move the second tank and then the hard part, getting them up and off the blocks and onto the stands. Felipe's team is just running around like crazy. They're double and triple checking everything because if one thing goes wrong, it's an absolute disaster. These guys are pros. They know exactly what they're doing. You can see that they are really, really cautious because if something goes wrong, they don't want to have to eat $250,000 worth of tanks. So I appreciate their help, but boy, oh boy, this is stressful. The stress is crazy moving these tanks. The truth is here a year from now, we won't even think about this move. We're just going to look at a beautiful wall of tanks that's 40 foot long and be enjoying how beautiful the fish are. And this is going to be a distant memory. So far things are going pretty good. We just have to move this over a little bit, but the biggest chore is to get them off of that stand. We thought of all kinds of different things, and I think we might have the best solution, but actually getting them down is going to be the big thing. And if they actually tip, that's the biggest possibility of tipping or cracking the acrylic or something like that. Definitely a trip. And even though this is the first acrylic tanks that we're actually putting in spot, the truth is we have literally dozens of other tanks that are coming in that are going to have to be set just like this, and some are going to be even more difficult than this one. So we have our work cut out for us, but by the end of this, we're going to be absolute professionals at moving fish tank. Now we're just trying to get the stands all kind of lined up so that they're even here. It was really sketchy when we're trying to get the tanks closer together, because basically what you're doing is you're using the forks of the forklift that actually move over, and it kind of jerks, and if you smash that acrylic, you're going to bust the entire acrylic. We got that all set. Now the hardest part and the most dangerous part is to get the actual tank onto the stand itself and get those boards on there. I think that we have a plan, but it's definitely sketchy. So these guys came up with the brilliant idea of actually getting this fork out here, going underneath and having like a riser here of some board that's cut in between here. We can then lift it up, drop it down, and theoretically we should be able to actually get it there. The problem is that if for some reason that board falls or anything happens, this entire tank's gonna come crashing down. $250,000 are gonna go onto this right here. I think that we might have to put 3, but you could see if there's any wobble in here, it's gonna get ugly really quick. Theoretically, we should be okay. I think that will be all right. But you see that the actual frame here is just a little bit higher here than it is here, and you want that to be relatively level, right? Because you don't want any stress on the actual tank. So we're trying to decide if we go maybe get some, like some foam board to put in here just to kind of ease that or not, or if it'll be okay. I'm not 100% sure.
Do you care that the acrylic's right on the metal or no?
I don't know. I'm not I'm a reptile guy.
If it was me, I would like to have anything. I would say some kind of rubber would be best. I think it's worth it, to grab it.
All right, let me go do that, all right?
Okay.
Yeah, probably, I think something like that. You think?
Something like that.
So we could make cut strips, you
just
think?
little strips. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Guys, it's about that time. I've been thinking about this all day since I woke up this morning at 5:30. This is the part that stresses me out. We went and got the weather stripping that basically will hopefully help level a little bit. Plus, it's not really that great to have acrylic right on steel. So this is actually a good cushion for it. It'll kind of help self-leveling and stuff like that. But once we lift these tanks up, I mean, if it goes either way, we are in big trouble. I don't know. I hope this works. That seems pretty janky to me.
Wow.
It's really smart.
It's a moment of truth, guys. You see? Oh my gosh. This is so freaking scary. I mean, literally, all this tank and this money and everything, it's just on a few 2x4s that are just screwed together. This just doesn't seem possible that this is going to work, but in theory it should, right? The suspense is freaking killing me. Can we just do this? So close. Dude, it's so freaking scary because all of that weight is now getting dispersed on this panel right here, so it's not on this seam. Do you want me to... What do you want me to do?
No, wait. Little more.
I'm just waiting to hear crack. It's tight here, Felipe, like real tight.
Brian, you can come. Brian, you can go from this side too. Okay.
Okay, it's in the air, you can go down.
Yeah, you can put down. Go down.
Felipe,
Go down.
what happened? Felipe, you're supposed to do Lori's here.
What happened, Kyle?
We're not perfectly lined up with this tank is not perfectly lined up with the stand.
Oh no. So the tank isn't level, it's like off a little bit, so we literally have to lift back up, straighten the tank out, and get it back onto the stand somehow.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
The weather stripping seems to be working though.
The weather stripping good, it works, so that's good. Yeah, you can literally see how far off we are. We're a good probably 3/4 of an inch off that way, which isn't good, right? You don't want to be unlevel, so you have to somehow get this tank all the way back over here. I think if he just goes up, comes back this way, we'll be okay, but I don't know.
Good.
So I think we finally got it. I think one down, one to go.
So I thought it was supposed to like butt up and become like one tank.
We're gonna theme the middle.
And then what's the purpose of having the bull nose? Isn't it gonna go right up to the wall? Or are people gonna be able to walk?
It's gonna go right up to the wall. Do you want me to square the tank off? Cut it off and square it off? Is that what you want?
Yes.
It's fine.
Ahí, súbelo, súbelo.
We're about to lift the second tank, but what we're doing is lining up the 2x4s here. Then we have to actually strap it. And the strap is basically just worst case scenario if this tank starts to fall. Hopefully the strap actually stops it from going. 2x4s, strap, lift up, drop it down. I think we might be done.
Ready?
It looks like we're okay.
Go closer.
Yeah, a little closer. Let's see. I think we're gonna have to move this stand over this way just a little bit. I think when he sets it down, it's gonna level out.
Yeah,
I think it's.
I'm worried you're gonna mess with the top of that thing.
Is there a ladder here anywhere?
On that side.
Needs to tilt down a little bit. See what I'm saying? Yeah. Tell me when we're good and then tilt down.
Okay, let me know.
Is it down? Is it down? Okay, good. Whew. It's down.
We have the best crew.
I miss this guy so much, man. I wish he could just stay here and be with us all the time. And if moving him isn't hard enough, we're actually going to move him one more time, but we can't because we can't get the equipment in because the sumps actually have to go in here. Now, they're 8-foot long sumps, and obviously they're not going to be able to fit through these. What's going to have to happen is Steve is going to have to cut these 3 bars out of here, slide the sumps all the way down, 20 foot on each tank. So that's 40 foot of tanks. We're going to have to slide the sumps down, and then we're going to have to re-weld these down. It's the only way it goes. So much, about problem solving. That's about building places like this. It's about problem solving. So at least we have one of the 1,000 problems ahead of us figured out. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one. We should have moved them this way.
Right when they leave, then you're like, yeah, we should have moved them.